Alright guys, so welcome back to Gamer Today. So if you guys have never played it, there's a game called Dungeon Defenders 2. Now they've recently made a lot of changes to this game and made it a lot better overall and more balanced of a game. Now I will admit, frame rate is not the best part of this game, and if you were one of those people who needs 60 frames per second, you're probably playing the wrong game. But if you like tactical games and you like putting up tower defenses, you like tower defense games, right? If you do and you want something more than that and you want to actually be part of the action, this is a great game for you. Yeah, you'll see we're actually moving around in 3 dimensions. We're going to be fighting alongside our towers, because if you just stand there and let your towers do all the work, trust me, you won't win a match. Anyways, it's a very difficult game, it really is. It's gotten a lot more challenging with the chaos levels and some of the onslaught levels, which is some new type of like juggernaut style levels where they just throw so many enemies at you, it is unbearable. But there's also more casual modes of this game too, as well as the campaign, which is where you'll spend most of your time actually leveling up and getting your characters up to level 50. Yes, there's a max level of level 50 in this game. However, thanks to the new updates, there's a new progression system, a new update system that makes your heroes even that much stronger. As you can see, my mage is actually level 3 of this new system. I don't even know what it's called, to be honest with you. I believe it to be called an ascension system, but I'm not totally sure. But anyways, it's like an extra little perk or boost to your character, whether in defense, whether into attack, or whether into a special ability. So it's kind of a cool little thing, and it's really basically like a game changer, because it really makes your character that much more interesting, and makes playing after level 50 not boring. Honestly, level 50 was kind of like, oh, now I'm there, what do I do next? But now the game is so much better, there's so much more interesting things to do. When you're leveling up to level 50 in the base game and through the campaign, it's actually a pretty fast process. Some of these characters are actually gained later on in the game. Now, it's very important for those of you guys starting out to learn that you're going to have 4 people in your deck. Yes, I could switch between 4 playable heroes. Now, it's important to use all 4 of these heroes wisely. You can always mix up the bunch, meaning you don't have to have the ones I have. There's plenty more heroes at your disposal. But what's good about this is they all have special abilities and special perks that are better for handling certain types of enemies. And there's so many cool new characters they put in the game over time. Now, some of these characters have been around for a while, but the skins are getting cooler and cooler. They really do have some cool costumes. Yeah, I don't know what they're called, costumes or skins, whatever. The point is, they have some cool looks in, man. And these weapons are getting better and better. The new weapon upgrade system has gotten better too. I love how, legendary weapons, mythical weapons, I love the class way they've done it. And the shard system's definitely improved. The shards are like extra modifiers to your weapons, or your towers for that matter. They give you just better perks, and you can also put it on your gloves and shoes and etc. And all that builds up your character, and it just makes it that much stronger. Then of course there's an overall power rank now that you could see, and that's so much more helpful when you're choosing your characters for different purposes, or if you're deciding, hey, maybe I have more than 4 characters and I want to swap one character for another. It's actually pretty cool. And again, putting money into a game that's already free to play. But rejoice, because most of it is available within the game, so if you just keep playing, you'll eventually unlock pretty much everything that you want. However, there are certain things that are locked behind paywalls, such as the gems. You do get gems, but not as frequently as you used to. I used to get gems all the time, now I haven't gotten gems in a while. So it's definitely become a bit different. The currency system has definitely changed in the new game, and I really do like what they've done with it, but sometimes it's a bit of a grind. Coins are easier to get than ever, however, coins are definitely less important than they've ever been. You can buy things in the shop and stuff like that, but the Emporium is where you're going to buy all your stuff with gems and all your special perks. Now, if you're someone who's played this game back in the day and you're coming back to it, check your mailbox after you've played for about a day. You should get some new stuff that's pretty darn cool and get a little bit of a hookup for those of you who actually used to like this game. Now, again, I really recommend it because the inventory system in this game used to be completely ass. I mean, it was an absolutely horrible inventory system. This was such a great game to me, but I couldn't stand going through the inventory. It was just such a pain, and I really had a hard time dealing with it. So that's why I'm really glad about the new update as well, because they've given the idea of a bank now. You can actually go to a bank. Yes, that's cool. All it basically does is give you one more bag, essentially, but it's a bag that you don't carry with you. You have to go to the main town and go to a little floaty guy who you can put stuff in. It's kind of cool, and he's featured on the actual now logo of the game, or whatever you want to call it, the thumbnail of the game. So I don't know. Pretty cool though. It's strange, but I really like that they put that there. The scavenger is still available, so if you have too much stuff in your inventory, you have to go to basically an old guy, and he'll give you your shit. You tell him, hey, I want this or don't want this, and that's pretty much the same idea. So it's pretty still much the same game, it's just a bit better. There are no, if you guys have not played this game for a long time, there are no more chests. So essentially, and that's been an update for a while, but in case you guys haven't played this in like, I don't know, 10 months or something, basically now you don't get chests every time there's a round, you know, to get your gems so you can actually start building your towers. You end up getting them automatically, which is better. It seems kind of weird because you're used to getting the chest, but it's actually a big deal, and it's good because it takes the pacing issue away from the game. This game used to have horrible pacing because in between rounds you had to go find a chest, and yeah, it may not have seemed like much because most of the time there was a chest near you to get it, but now it's just so much faster and more convenient, and most people were saying, well, what's the point anyways if we're all getting the same amount out of the chest? And while I missed the chest at first, it's a great change because it made a huge, you know, pacing change to the game, meaning no more hunting. The other thing that kind of sucks that I actually do miss is the way the loot used to be. Now, of course, you always collected loot off the ground, but you used to be able to get chests at the very end of the level, and the better you did, the better chest you would get. And then eventually they changed it to only if you did the game, only if you did, you know, beat the level, you get the chest, and the chest would be a golden chest or a very legendary chest, whatever. And it was a really cool progression system. Now, I would say the loot drops were not nearly as good back then because there wasn't as much loot in the game for the first place, but I will say it looked better to me at the end, you know, it was more rewarding, I should say. Again, it was slower pacing than the way it is now, but it was kind of cool to open a chest, you know, wait for the little animation, get your goodies, see what you got. It was kind of fun. But I do admit this is better. I do like the way it is now. There's no complaints at all, and again, it's just something small like that to notice. But if you guys haven't played this game in a long time, it might be something worth noting, because you guys will come in here and be like, where the hell's my chest, mate? I got gypped. No, but seriously, you get a lot of good loot in this game, and the enemy types, the big bosses and all that you fight in this game have gotten so much better. They're stronger, they're more agile, they're more fun to play against, and they're more variety. When I say more variety, I mean there's more variety, but they're more variant. So for someone new coming to Dungeon Defenders 2, this is the best time to play the game. It's more balanced than ever, and there's so much goodies to get into, and again, the leveling up system is so much better. There's a lot of offering on table here, so many different playstyles, so many different hero skins and different cosmetics, as well as better gameplay altogether. The game has just really improved, and it's a lot better. If you've played this even just a little bit before and didn't like it, give it another chance. It might be worth it to you.